How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Rads, my match review of Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 2. I don't really know where to start after that because this is an away reaction because it's not a vlog, it's a review. And normally I'm here being very negative and defeatist and just saying, yep, same old, same old. We had a fairly good start to the game and then conceded and it just went downhill and then we lost by 3 goals and that was it. But no, we did something that we haven't seen hardly at all this season, and I kind of want to smile, yet we've lost, and that's not a good thing. It shows how bad we've been this season away from home, but it does give me huge encouragement now that we can go away to technically easier teams and actually get some points, because to go head to head with Liverpool, who albeit are significantly weaker this season by their high standards, it's still Liverpool, and they just beat Leeds 6-1 the other day. So to score 6 goals past anyone is an incredibly strong achievement. So looking at the lineup, I was happy with it and quite surprised to see Brandon Johnson not in the team, but I felt it was definitely needed. I was probably more for taking Gibbs White out of the team, and he had a very good game, as we'll get on to. But of course, Johnson, I feel it's a brilliant move to take out one of them two from the start, because it's like, one, it doesn't mean that those two are just going to be in the team no matter how well they play. It just reminds them, not that they need to be reminded, that no one is undroppable. Ultimately, it's something that we can then bring off the bench as firepower. It's something we've really missed this season, in my opinion, firepower off the bench. In home and away games, we haven't really had anyone that we could turn to and think, yeah, they can get us a goal, and you could trust that they're going to get us a goal. And Brandon Johnson, our biggest goal threat, bring him off the bench when we're fighting in the game, and I felt it really, really worked. So I don't know whether we should continue to do that, but I felt it was a really good move to do that, to have some actual firepower. From the very start, the first half ultimately were very defensive, but we had a good structure to us, and that's something we haven't had much this season away from home. We've just been defensive because we haven't even attempted to get the ball off anyone or attack, and we weren't really attacking much in the first half. I remember Gibbs White had a chance, but we were really, really solid defensively and resolute. We gave away a few too many free kicks. One of them was a bit soft at the end of the half on Diego Jota, in my opinion. But we were really strong and compact at the back. And all we needed to do in the second half, of course, is actually go and be a bit more attacking. And that's what we were. Jota scored. Nico, brilliant goal from Nico. He came back to Anfield and he put on a real good show. I've been criticising him, saying he's a weak link, and I still feel he's arguably not as strong as Aurier, and he's still got definite frailties to his game, but fair play to him. He played really well here. It was a fantastic goal. Just to see a score away from home, quite frankly, I was buzzing for. And again, another goal from a corner, which was frustrating. And then, of course, Morgan, a brilliant finish from Morgan. And I really feel like Moussa Niakate, his long throws were really key in this game. He was getting the ball well into a dangerous area. And I was just so proud of our performance. Even though we lost, it was just so refreshing to see us go away to anyone, let alone Liverpool, and give it a all and play as well as we did at Anfield. And we conceded a goal, and then that motivated us to get back into the game. And obviously, you saw at the end, we brought 3 attackers on. We had 5 attackers on the pitch at the end of the game, and we were pressing them. Maybe I feel like we could have pressed them more, to be honest. There was a few too many times where we held off at times. But honestly, I was just really proud of how we went about it. Yes, it's a defeat, and it's still our 4th defeat in a row, and that's still concerning. And yes, we still have a very tough run of games. But if we can go away to Anfield and show that fight, because let's just look at the last few games, for instance. Man United, we held them off the whole game. We didn't even really try and attack them. We should have done. Look what happened in Sevilla in the second leg. When you actually push Man United, you can expose them. And we didn't do that. Villa, one mistake. It went completely downhill. Leeds, good 12 minutes. And then it was shocking. Wolves, we were good, but we couldn't kill the game. Mainly paying attention to the away games, but it all kind of ties into one. Newcastle, again, we set off them too much. We gave away a lead. Spurs set off them too much. Everton, yeah, we kind of gifted them the goals because it was just too easy. We weren't very good in that game, and that's just an absolute nightmare. And this is obviously where it went wrong after this Leeds game. Fulham wasn't, I mean, it was bad, we lost, but it was 2-0, and City was, of course, a great performance and result. But I think if we're looking at that as a whole, that Liverpool game, albeit it is still a defeat, it is significantly better than the other ones. I'm clutching at straws here a bit because I'm making out that a loss is good. It certainly isn't, but I'm just happy, really encouraged and happy about the performance because it is just something we haven't seen this season at all, away from home, and even at home at times we haven't seen it. That fight I was just so happy to see, and we have to take it into the next few games. We can't just let it be a one-off. Obviously we've got Brentford here, that we could get something from that. If we play like that against Liverpool, I can actually say we could get points down the road and not sound like an idiot having played like that against Liverpool. Chelsea, Chelsea are way worse than Liverpool. So you never know. And Palace, you never know. So what that game has done is it has given me some newfound hope and optimism in general, and definitely for the away games. I don't feel nowhere near as concerned about it. We have still gone down to 19th because Leicester beat Wolves and Everton got a point against Crystal Palace. So it is still incredibly tight. It's still in our own hands. If we can get a point against Brighton or a win against Brighton, Brighton are an incredibly good side. But having played like that against Liverpool and now being at home against Brighton, it does give me some hope. It really does. We can stay up. We really can. Even in these tough moments, I've still had some hope. It was looking very turgid and difficult. Okay, I completely agree and understand that. But that Liverpool performance is much, much better. It's much, much better. And the key now, it means nothing if we don't then use it in a positive way. Because, then it will just look like a game where we just happened to score 2 goals and then just didn't win. So we've got to use that as positives now and motivation. So yeah, very gutting and frustrating to lose for a 4th game in a row, but a much better performance, which hopefully we can use in a positive way. So that is pretty much how it went. Brighton next, then Brentford after that. Of course, I'll be at the Brighton game, so stay tuned for all the content coming up. If you have enjoyed this review, everyone, please hit the like button, subscribe to Rads if you're new. We're nearly at 5,000 subscribers, so please help me out, get me to 5k. If we can before the end of the season, that would be pretty incredible if we could do that. So please help me out, everyone, and I'll see you soon at the Reds.